Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to Highway Flyer. So today I think I'm going to talk about something that spurs a lot of emotions, a lot of strong opinions, causes a lot of arguments. Yeah, I know, there's a pot here and I'm going to fucking stir it. Anyway, I'm going to talk about helmets, skid lids, brain buckets, whatever you want to call them. A lot of people in the all the gear all the time camp say you should wear a complete full face helmet all the time. That's great. And if you want to do that, that's fine. Personally, I hate the damn things. I've got one. It's actually a pretty nice helmet for not real expensive. I've had it for a lot of years. And honestly, I've probably worn it maybe 5 times. I don't like the feeling it gives me. I don't like being closed off. I don't like not being able to hear. I just don't like them. Now, if I'm riding in a driving rainstorm or, Hurricane Katrina, yeah, this is nice to have because it keeps the rain out of my face and I can actually see where I'm going. But for average everyday riding, for the most part, this is what I wear. Marketed as the lightest, smallest DOT helmet you can buy. Like $100 online. And I've worn one of these for 10 years now, probably. I've actually got 3 of them. But this is the one I wear most often because it's got all my fancy stickers and all the shit I put on them. And yeah, it does do pretty well in a crash. It will and has protected me in a crash. I was in a pretty horrific crash back in 2016, and I got tangled up in a cable barrier. I got thrown 150 feet before I landed, and this is the helmet I was wearing. There's what happened to it. Now, did I break my neck? No, thank God. I did break my back, but my helmet had nothing to do with that. And someday I'll tell you all about that crash. But the point is, the helmet did what it was supposed to do. And I was thoroughly impressed for a $100 helmet that it held up as well as it did. Now, I came out of that with a brain injury. But let's face it, if you go down at 60, 70 miles an hour, I don't care what kind of helmet you're wearing, my opinion is you're probably going to have a brain injury, if not at least a really bad concussion. Because nothing in the world is going to stop you from when your head hits the ground, your brain still plays pinball within your brain, within your skull. Your head may stop moving, but your brain ain't gonna. So for right now, from what I could find, according to the IIHS and Law Tigers, there are 19 states in the US that have helmet laws for every rider. Everybody's got to wear a helmet. Every province in Canada, you have to wear a helmet. There are 28 states in the US that have an age requirement, usually over 18, where you don't have to wear one. If you're under 18, you do. Some have insurance requirements. You have to carry so much in liability insurance or something like that. And there are 3 states that have essentially no requirement for helmets. So every state has a helmet law if you want to get technical about it, but 3 states don't really have any requirement to wear a helmet. Where I live here in Idaho, you have to be over 18 if you want to go without a helmet. And even though I live in a state with no helmet law for me, I wear a helmet. In fact, I'd say I wear one most of the time. Today, our high is going to be about 45 degrees and it's going to be windy as hell. If I went out riding today, would I wear a helmet? Absolutely. But then again, there's leaves on the road. There's, of course, the ever constant idiot driver on the road. But I think that the big thing I come away with helmets, but wearing a helmet or not is a personal choice. Just like if you want to wear chaps, if you want to wear full leathers, if you want to wear textiles, if you want to wear Kevlar lined gear, whatever it is, it's your choice. I'd like to think that most of us, at least over the age of 18, are smart enough to realize the risk when we get on a motorcycle. Okay, some of you sport bike riders who decide to do wheelies down I-84 in rush hour traffic, I'm kind of concerned about your mental capacity, but that's another story. But if I wear my helmet or not, it's for me to decide. It's not for the government to decide. It's not for you to decide. I'll give you shit for wearing shorts and flip-flops and a full-face helmet. Really? If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. You're going to pay the price, not me. When I first started riding, there was no helmet law in Oregon where I grew up. And a couple of years after I started riding, the legislature passed a law that said motorcyclists have to wear helmets. That was the extent of the law. That's all it said. And so guys were wearing batting helmets and football helmets and, novelty kids' helmets right here on their arm or strapped to their leg. It didn't say you had to wear it on your head. Well, it took a while for the legislature to catch up to that. And then they said, helmets have to be worn on your head. And now a lot of states that have the helmet laws say has to be a DOT approved helmet that meets federal motor vehicle safety standard, blah, 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 all this legal mumbo jumbo bullshit. My best friend in high school, the one who got me into riding in the first place, he's one of these guys that on a hot summer day would put on his nice big full face helmet, a pair of cutoffs, and a pair of Nikes and go riding. No shirt, no socks, no boots, no long pants. Me, on the other hand, I'd put on a pair of boots and a pair of jeans and a t-shirt and go riding. No helmet. So we'd have these arguments. We'd go like that. And he'd say, you're going to die. You're going to crash and you're going to die. Your head's going to split open like an egg. And my comeback to that was, okay, but you're going to go down and you're going to slide. And yeah, your brain's going to be intact and you're going to be alive, but your body's going to be nothing but a hamburger. I know what road rash feels like. I've gone down a couple of times in my life. And road rash is no fun. I'll wear my helmet when I think I should. One thing I've learned in my years on this earth is to follow my gut. Took me a long time to learn that one. But if my gut says, probably should put a skid lid on, I'm going to do it. And believe me, I've taken off out of here. I've rolled out of this garage, gone down the road, and about 2 blocks later, there's a nagging feeling, you should put a helmet on. I've come back home and gotten my helmet. I say I don't mind wearing one. And my helmet is actually really comfortable. I love this helmet. And it gives me a level of protection. Now, I know there's a lot of guys out here and a lot of other YouTube guys who may watch this video that are going to tear me up. And that's fine. But riding a motorcycle is about freedom. Riding a motorcycle is a personal choice. Those of us who ride believe in freedom. I believe that if you want to wear a helmet, wear a helmet. If you don't want to wear a helmet, don't wear one. But again, we know the choice we make when we get on this bike. We know that we may not come home in one piece. We know that for whatever reason, we may come home a little more battered than when we left. Whether it's an inattentive driver, whether it's something stupid that we did like going into a corner too hot or misreading the road, or a mechanical failure. A lot of things can happen. And we put our faith in our machines every time we go out, even in your car. You have a lot of faith that when you turn that steering wheel, it's going to turn. You have a lot of faith that when you put on your brakes, it's going to stop. They're machines, they can break. We're not machines. We can reason. We can assess. We can look at the options that we have. We can look at the different factors in whatever ride we're going to take as to whether we should wear a helmet or not. Now, some people say I won't choose wisely if I leave out of here without a helmet, and maybe they're right. But again, it's my choice, and I've assessed that risk. With all that being said, get on your bike and go for a ride. And thanks again for watching my stuff. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Let me know what you think. You can email me or you can make comments below. Keep your knees in the breeze. Maybe I'll see you on the road.